setting new standards in podcast excellence. You have joined the WBT, fully focused on business and taxes. Here is your host, Michael Lodge.
And welcome to the WBT. This is Michael Lodge. I want to talk about teachers. I've talked about them before in other podcasts and also a blog that I've done. But I'm having teachers come in, and as you know, or may not know, or may have not been paying attention, but the teachers who teach your children spend a lot of their personal income to provide your kids with pencils and pens and movies and mats on the floor and all kinds of other items that benefit your children. And they take it out of their pockets. And I have seen teachers literally spend $14,000 a year just trying to provide their students with a better environment to teach in. I see it every single day as teachers come in and we prepare their tax returns, as they're taking money out of their own pocket to help their students. Now, in 2018, this deduction for teachers is really going away. And that means that this is no longer a tax deduction of employee expenses that they spend on their own to help their job and to help their students. That goes away. So I want to encourage every single one of you to get more involved in your child's education. And one way to do it is to help your teacher provide them with the items that they need to better teach with, and to provide a better environment for your students to learn in. So I'm encouraging every one of you, don't ask what the teacher's doing for you, but ask what you can do for that teacher, because they need your help badly, especially starting in 2018. A lot of the items that they purchase, the school system does not reimburse them for. Nada. Zero. So they are doing this out of the love of their heart. So you, as a parent, as a custodian of your child's education, have got to help your teachers out, because they really do need it. If you can put together, and this is what I'm always talking about, getting involved in your communities. If you can put together a GoFundMe page or something for your teachers in your schools to draw out of, to be able to purchase teaching materials for your students, do it. If you can do a fundraiser, if you can sell pies, if you can, whatever you can do to raise money for your teacher, do it. Because they're not getting reimbursed for that extra mile, that extra expense that they put out of their own pocket for your child. I'm always talking about this. I talk about this in politics. I talk about this in business. I talk about this in your own personal lives. Get involved in your community. You guys can go out there and do all the marching in the world and say how bad this world is, but if you don't get involved in your own community, you have nothing to complain about. So I want you to really think about this, because teachers need your help. They need your attention. They need for you to be involved in your student's life, in your child's life at that school. It's very easy to set up a GoFundMe page. It's very easy to get together with a bunch of other parents and put together a fundraising activity so that your student's room, the teacher that spends all day, probably more time with your child than you do, they need your help. So I'm reaching out to you today Each and every single one of you who has a child in the public school system, get involved. Do something. Help your child's teacher to be able to provide your students with the materials and the further education tools that they can use to help your child to become a better student. And when your student sees you involved in your school, in your teacher, in them as your child, they in turn will turn around and do the very same thing. I remember a few years ago we had a program out in Loma Linda, California called Excel. I think it's still going on. But I was there at the very beginning. And one of the items that we always tried to do is tell our students that we provided tutoring to, that when they get bigger, they need to put whatever we donated to them, put it back into the community in which they came from. So each and every single one of us needs to become involved in our school system and within the teacher that is teaching your child. They need your help. So I ask you, get involved, because it goes a long way and it makes a community a better community. This is Mike Lodge for the WBT.
Thank you for listening to the WBT with Michael Lodge. Join us again tomorrow as we explore more about business and taxes. Follow us on iHeartRadio and go to our podcast website at www.wbtpod.com and listen to all of our podcasts and read our blogs.
World of Business and Taxes on WBT.
This is brought to you by Lodge & Co., a business and tax advisory firm where your success is our goal. Call us today toll-free at 888-681-1518 or visit us at www.lodge-co.com and learn more about what we can do for you. Lodge & Co., your source for sound business and tax services.